Hello friends, hope you all are doing well and staying safe. Welcome back to yet another video of the Football Mania to bring you all the latest news and insights from the world of football. When you get a thumping, it is always going to hurt you bad. And whenever I look at a team like Chelsea, I do expect them to dominate the opposition, especially under an elite manager like Thomas Tuchel. And guess what? At a jam-packed stadium in Florida, it was Arsenal taking on Chelsea in a pre-season friendly. Yes, it can be called a friendly, but in reality, we all know the rivalry between these two teams from London. And having seen the kind of lineups which both teams put out on the pitch, it was quite obvious that Arsenal put out their strongest 11. They played with Gabriel Jesus, Gabriel Martinelli and Bukayo Saka as the front three. They also gave a start to Alexander Zinchenko, which was quite crucial. And we all know that Nuno Tavares has been linked with a move away from Arsenal. And it is going to be a very good season if Arsenal are going to keep all their main players. However, for this match, I looked at the Chelsea lineup, which was quite peculiar because all the key players like Christian Pulisic and even if you look at Hakim Ziyech, they both were on the bench. Kalidou Koulibaly was raring to start for the Chelsea, and it was all about how Thomas Tuchel sets up his team. And in the first half, Tuchel played with 4 men at the back. He played with Reece James as the fullback, along with Emerson, and it was going to be a very tough challenge for the fullbacks, especially coming up against Martinelli and Saka. And in the first half, what I saw was that one team was there which was putting in the effort, putting in those duels and winning all the second balls and really wanted it more than the other team. And in this case, it was Arsenal who were dominating the possession. They were not allowing Chelsea to even have a minuscule of space and time on the ball. And it was very, very high press from Arsenal. And it is all down to how Mikel Arteta wants them to play. Because once you have your front three pressing high up the pitch, you would expect even the midfield to close down all the passing lines and make it difficult to play Chelsea and allow Chelsea to play their smooth game. And that was the downfall of Chelsea. They never really got hold of the possession. They were giving away cheap possession, and that led to a lot of set pieces in the first half for Arsenal. And what a well taken goal in the 15th minute. I think it was once again Gabriel Jesus, the man for the moment, who just cannot stop scoring. And he is in a very good run at the moment, leading up to the Premier League season. And what a delightful chip coming up against Edouard Mendy. 1-0 to the Arsenal, and I was expecting a reaction. Obviously, this is Chelsea, and usually Arsenal versus Chelsea clashes are meant to be high scoring thrillers. And on this occasion, I saw Chelsea, which was completely lackluster. Timo Werner and Kai Havertz were looking isolated on the pitch. Even Raheem Sterling, whenever he was trying to take on the likes of Ben White on the right back position, it was quite easy for Ben White along with William Saliba and Gabriel, because they are now starting to form a partnership which is so formidable for Arsenal. And if you look at Chelsea, even the likes of Havertz and Werner tried, but the kind of first touch which both these players were taking on the ball was just hilarious. Well, that clearly shows that they lack that match fitness. It was obviously Arsenal's fifth game of preseason, and Chelsea played just their third. And it was quite evident that Arsenal was looking more into the rhythm of the game. They were having the tempo and fluidity in the midfield with Partey and Granit Xhaka. And I did expect players like Odegaard to step onto the game, because he is the one who can give that creativity. And once again, once Martinelli is into the game, you look at Odegaard's run into the penalty box and he drills a low shot past Edouard Mendy to make it 2-0. 2-0 after just 35 minutes. And it could have actually been worse if Edouard Mendy did not pull off a couple of brilliant saves from Bukayo Saka. And 2-0 was the scoreline at halftime, which was a clear reflection of who dominated the possession, who created more gilt-edged chances. And once again, that goes to show that Chelsea has a lot of work to do especially when some of these players just don't want to stay in the squad. You can take the likes of Marcos Alonso, Timo Werner, even with the likes of Aspilicueta, his future is uncertain. Then why do you use these players when their heart is not at the club? Well, that is something which Thomas Tuchel has to answer and rectify and create solutions, because this is the time to experiment a few things, but you would require all your players to be committed in the project and give their 100%. Come the second half, Chelsea were looking much more dominant because obviously Thomas Tuchel was furious with the players, with the kind of goals which they conceded, and in the second half we saw a reaction which told me that these players just want to keep the possession, but actually they were not creating gilt edge chances like Arsenal. And on the other hand, Mikel Arteta just calmed down the boys. He told them, play your natural game. Don't allow Chelsea to create openings in behind you. And if you are solid for the first 15 minutes, the game will be ours. That is exactly what Arsenal did. They were soaking up the pressure. They made a host of substitutions with the likes of Mohamed Elneny, Sambi Lokonga, and Maitland-Niles coming into the second half. Obviously, the fresh legs create a difference. And on the attacking front, Gabriel Jesus, who was brilliant for the first half, was brought off, and in came Eddie Nketiah. And once Arsenal took hold of the position, they were creating all those transitions from back to front quite swiftly. And Bukayo Saka, who has been in terrific form, who likes to take on defenders one on one, once again had Marcos Alonso in his pocket. And once he went past Marcos Alonso, it was all about Bukayo Saka using his intelligence, when to release the ball with the right weight of the pass, and how to ensure that you create a goal scoring opportunity. Well, he laid it to Granit Xhaka. Xhaka feeded it to Gabriel Martinelli, a first time shot on the far post, which was very well saved by Edouard Mendy. But on the rebound, some brilliant work once again by Xhaka to put away a shot, which was once again saved by Mendy, and Bukayo Saka slots in the goal on the rebound. 3-0 to the Arsenal after, I guess, just 60 minutes. And it was game, set, and match. After that, it was all about, having the consistency, having the game management skills to see out the game. And just look at Chelsea's very terrible situation. It was one of those matches where I was expecting some kind of response, especially after Pulisic and Ziyech came on in the second half, along with Kalidou Koulibaly. I thought that, they'll be much more defensively solid. But, they were just not able to come out of the blocks quick enough. It was always looking as if their shoulders dropped. They were just trying to keep the possession without actually creating penetration. And when you have a team so low on confidence, it's just a reflection of how the manager is feeling. And that was true in the case of Chelsea, because they were not playing with any kind of desire and willingness to have the physical commitment, have the mental toughness, and go for the kill. And obviously, when that happens, the other team takes advantage. And whenever Arsenal got the possession, it was quite simple. They were playing around and toying around with Chelsea, and soon it became 4-0 in stoppage time. Sambi Lokonga is there in the penalty box with ample time and space. No Chelsea defender is there near him. He puts the ball in the back of the net with a brilliant header, a wonderful cross by Cedric, and it was the icing on the cake. It was the last match of Arsenal's preseason tour, this time in the US, and they finished it off in style with a thumping demolition of Chelsea by 4 goals to nil. It was one of those performances which really makes a statement by Arsenal, because they are looking solid in preseason. All their key players are back, along with some new additions like Zinchenko and Gabriel Jesus, who have the winning mentality. This is a team which is really raring to go and really challenge for the top 4 spots. And who knows, they might even win the Europa League. That is the kind of confidence and that is the kind of objective which I'm sure Mikel Arteta will have in his mind. But as far as Chelsea goes, they are looking a completely disjointed team, disorganized, disinterested, and Thomas Tuchel's post-match comments made it clear that, when the reporter asked whether Chelsea is ready to play in the Premier League season. Are they ready and competitive enough? And the answer, what he says, is just hilarious. He says that I cannot guarantee anything. Well, guaranteeing and ensuring that your team is up for the fight is your job as the head coach of Chelsea Football Club. It is as simple as that. And for all the people who are sugarcoating Thomas Tuchel just because he won the Champions League with Chelsea, it is time for you to reflect seriously on his coaching tactics, on the kind of decisions which he's making at the moment, and really ponder over, Thomas Tuchel's stay at the club. And obviously, I'm not saying that he should be sacked, but I'm just saying that he needs to be, assessed this season based on the kind of situation they are in right now. They desperately need a striker, that is quite obvious, and they also require a centre back who can partner with Kalidou Koulibaly. Otherwise, it will be yet another disappointing season for Chelsea. So, guys, please let me know what are your thoughts about these two contrasting teams. Do you think Arsenal can join the top four this season? And do you think Chelsea can maintain their position in the top four? I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section. And if you like this video, please do not forget to hit the like button. And the Football Mania is going to bring you some more exciting content on a daily basis. So if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon for regular notifications. So until next time, stay safe and take care.